Hey everyone, lesson 2, level 8. This is the last choose your own adventure in this level where we are using indexes of and substrings to work with string objects. So I've gone counterclockwise through these 4 problems. I'm on Chatbot. Chatbot's probably the hardest, but let me show you what it's like. And we're going to use traditional for loops and while loops to make this work out. But so in the Chatbot, we actually have to do 2 things. Over here in the chatbot class, we are going to create a tag parts of speech method, and we are also going to complete a get word with part method. And this is going to return a string, this method, and it's actually a helper method. Then we are going to use this method up here in this tag parts of speech because we are going to return a whole bunch of stuff. What do you mean by that? So here's what it looks like when I run this in in the teacher side of things. So for example, they are passing this statement. Can you tell me more about the extracurricular activities offered at this school? And what we do is we will go through this sentence, and if there are words in our word list, we will print out the word, print out a colon and a space, and then print out the part of speech that that word is. So for example, let's run this so you can see what happens. So I'll run it. And so you, there must not have been a can in this. So you is a pronoun, tell is a verb. I'm assuming it is. I don't know my parts of speech, man. Me is a pronoun. More is a determiner. What? About is a preposition. So these are all of the things. My guess is that there is no extracurricular. If we search for the E's, I'm still in the A's. There's B's. There are the C's. Let's find if there are E's in here. Extracurricular, exercise, but I don't see extracurricular. Yeah, so see extinguish, external, extent, extensive, extension, but not extracurricular. So we want to make this app, and we want to make those 2 methods that we need to do. So we are going to go over here to the chatbot and let's scroll down here to the get word with part. And in other words, it's like the current word. So we go through this entire string, and can is the current word. Then you is the current word. And since you is there, we actually spit out you with a colon and a pronoun. And then tell is the current word. So this takes a current word and just returns that word, colon, noun. So let's go. Hi, Tonka. Let's create a string. And I probably don't even need to do that. I will call it output, but I don't even think I need to do that either. I probably just return whatever it is I'm going to return. And it will make it an empty string. And then we are going to go through, we'll use a traditional for loop. So int I equals 0, I is less than parts of speech is the 1D array. So I'm going to copy it there. So parts of speech dot length. And then I am going to increment my I. And so what I want to do is I just want to know, like, hey, is the current word, does it come up in this list as I scroll through? So probably what I need to do first is I need to create an integer for the colon so I can find where the colon is in each of these parts of speech. So this is that is one element in the part of speech. So I need to find out where the colon is. Let me make that a little bit larger so you can see it. That's a part of that's one element. Uh-oh. This is one element in my part of speech. So I need to find where the colon is. Have to do that in all of them. And so colon equals my parts of speech I, and then I want the index of the colon, not the semicolon, the colon. And then what I want to do is I want to break up, let's call this part, let's call that the part, and let's call this part the word. So the word comes the end, and what I need to do is I need to make it come at the beginning. That's what we'll do in the other method. I am going to print it out that way, but we want it to come at the beginning. So let's see. So let's go back here. And so let's go a string word. This is going to be in the parts of speech at index I, and it's going to be a substring that starts at wherever the colon is plus one more space after it. And there is no ending number because the substring will start there at that spot after, right after the colon, and will continue on the rest of the way. There is no space after the colon. It goes from a word, colon, another word. There is no space. We will have to put in a space in this, but we'll do that. So see, we do need to put in a space down here. All right, let's put in another one. And so the other string is going to be the part of speech. And so that is also going to be the part of speech at index I. It is a substring that starts at index 0 and goes through the colons index, but does not include the colons index. And I really don't, I'm not going to use this string output up here. There's no reason for me to do that. I guess I could. What I want to do is I want to return the word, and then I'm going to concatenate. So plus, and then in quotes, I want to put in a colon with a space, and then I want to concatenate the part of speech. And then these other things that we've done, we've put in the escape sequence, the /n. But we are just returning this. We're going to handle that /n up in the other method. So this is the step 1. And now we are going to do step number 2. So this is going to be a helper method up here, but we are going to have to use a for loop to make this happen, because we are searching. When you're searching through like a big long statement that has spaces in it, we're going to have to use a for loop. So let's see. Let me pause for a second. I think what I will do is I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to upload this one because this is already approaching 10 minutes and it's going to be close to 20 minutes by the time I get done. And we may want to do this in class anyway together, but at least you'll have this. But I'm going to break this up into 2 videos.